Hello and welcome to another episode of JC Live. I'm your host, Dwayne Dunleavy, and today we're talking about kind of the little things that can help you along in the process when you're trying to get into the business. One of the things I'm always saying in my sessions with people who are trying to get into the business is that this is a business that you actually own and run. A lot of people make the mistake of thinking that the agency, it's their job to get you a job. But in reality, it's just their job to give you opportunities. It's your job to get the job. And a lot of times, even before you have anything to do with the agency, you've got to kind of prove that you can do what these jobs are paying for. So if you can imagine, if there's, a casting director paying thousands of dollars for you to come and read a script, they want to know that you can read a script. You would feel the same way if you were the agent. So one of the things we do is we do encourage people to make their own videos, to create their own scripts. Now, is it okay to go and use another script? Absolutely. If you're watching a TV show or a commercial that you think, oh my gosh, if I could be in that commercial or that show, I would just kill it. Then by all means, you can use that script. There's no copyright issues when it comes to auditioning. However, if you want to do something that's original, maybe that nobody else has done, one thing you can do is use ChatGPT. Now, I have a guest today, and I'm going to bring her on in just a couple of minutes. But first, I just want to show you guys a little bit about, if you haven't used ChatGPT, it is kind of new to some people. How it kind of works. So this is ChatGPT, and basically, here's what I did. I wrote the prompt to introducing a McDonald's deluxe cheeseburger commercial script. Now, when you do a prompt in ChatGPT, you want to always give it a lot of instructions. So what I did was I said, make it for one person, make it last 30 seconds, and make it about a new cheeseburger. Now, you could do it for anything. You could say, make a monologue, make a commercial, anything that you might want to do. And here's the commercial that it came up with. And it's great because it shows you a lot of the stage directions and things that you would see in a real script that you might get at an audition. So for example, close-up of a sizzling burger on the grill, introducing the mouth-watering McDonald's deluxe cheeseburger. Scene transition to a smiling person taking a bite. This is amazing. Visual of fresh ingredients being assembled. Made with 100% pure beef, topped with melted cheese, crisp lettuce, juicy tomatoes, and our special sauce. Close-up of a burger being served, all sandwiched between soft, toasted buns for that perfect bite every time. The person takes another bite, nodding in approval. I can't get enough of this deliciousness. Try the new deluxe cheeseburger today. Satisfy your cravings with the new deluxe cheeseburger from McDonald's. Taste the difference today. Close-up of the shot of McDonald's logo. McDonald's. I'm loving it. All right, so let me bring on our guest, and we're going to have some fun. Her name is Kashmir Monique, and she is here all the way from Texas, from Dallas. Hi, Monique.
Hello, how are you?
I'm great. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm doing so good. Thank you so much for having me on.
Absolutely. I'm so glad that you could find the time to be here today. It's so hard to get people to come on live. I guess a lot of people get nervous because it's live, but that's the key to this business, is being able to do every little bit that you can. So now you graduated in 2022 from JC. How was your experience?
It was actually really remarkable. I learned a lot about my confidence. I learned a lot about my delivery, and JC is pretty much your coach to finding your niche, finding your power and where your acting is. Drama, is it all of the above? Is it more, are you leaning more towards? And it helps you develop those characters, help you develop those attributes that help you guide you along whatever journey you're go on, whether that's modeling, acting, or voiceover, or all three.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I mean, people just need to kind of dip their toe in the industry and see what it's about because it's so different from what we all think, you know. Were your eyes opened to a lot of things that you didn't know before about the industry, like that were shocking to you?
Absolutely. A lot of it was it's in front of you. If you just look, a lot of the acting opportunities are right there. They're on Texas Film Commission. It's on Backstage. It's on Actors Access. It's right there in front of you. You do have to pay for it, but you have to invest in yourself. And so, JC, it's right in front of you if you just look. What we're going to do is and help guide you and give you that strength that you need to start advocating for yourself. Yes, you're going to have an agent when you at the end of this. Yes, you're going to have that, but you also need to be able to advocate for yourself. And it taught me to do that. I didn't know I just didn't know that was in me. And so JC
That's
taught
awesome.
me that.
That's great. That's what I love to hear because I love when people really realize, and for some people, you probably know, some people don't make it all the way because they realize it's a business and oh my gosh, there's a lot of work that
A
needs to
lot
be
of work.
done. Well, how can
Mhm.
I don't want to do this? And so by the end, there's very few people who make it all the way through and actually get signed by the agency. But you're one of those people. So have you been on any auditions or anything since your graduation?
Oh, I've been on so many. Some that my agents found for me, and then some that I found for myself. A lot that I actually found for myself, but that actually made my agents go, "That's so good that you're finding jobs for yourself, you're advocating for yourself out." But, I have been Pawn Stew America. I've been on She Lost Mine in Hollywood, The Watchers, The Chosen. I've been on Whale Fall. At the beginning of this year, I was in my very first voiceover movie,
Wow.
and it's called Black AF. It got canceled, but now it's becoming a animation on that episode sometime this year or next year. And then I landed another voiceover role for a movie that will be released at the beginning of next year. And did two scary movies that will be released this year. And my name is Kate, and then maybe on Amazon and Tubi. And last but not least,
Wow.
or two, I was just in the Museum of Ice Cream commercial, and I just landed my first third movie called Mercy. So it's out there. Advocate for yourself. That's a lot, and just if you want it, it's there. If you're hungry for it.
That's amazing. Yeah, you're such a great example of someone who knows that if you really put yourself out there and you really go looking for work, you will find it, especially if you're really working on yourself and understanding kind of how you come across. Because, some people don't realize that, you are the product. And so you need to know how the product works. And so you're getting all this experience and really learning well how your product works. That's amazing. So as I was talking about the Chat GPT, are you a user of Chat GPT?
Oh yes, for everyone, whether it's my email, whether it's on Instagram, I don't know what to say. If I want it lengthy or shortened, it helps a lot for everyone.
That's amazing. And so obviously it makes such a great difference if you're looking for material or you're looking for scripts or to create a script. It works so well. It's amazing. So I was gonna say we should just read some, but I think there might be like a weird connection here. So it might turn into a crazy thing if we try to do
Oh
that.
no,
But maybe what we could do is do a little bit of improv. Are you into that?
yeah.
Oh man, it's not connecting real well. I don't know if it's on this end or if it's through the thing here, but darn it. Um, Let's see. Well, you know what? Instead of doing improv, why don't you tell us a little bit about your voiceover job? Because a lot of people are really into doing voiceovers and they have no idea how it works. So, what was your experience? Uh oh, we lost your sound. Can you hear me? Oh, man. All right. Well, you know what? We'll give Kashmir a couple minutes to see if we can get that sound back. But as you can see, she's somebody who's been through the program. She has gotten all these great opportunities. And you too, if you really are interested in getting into the business of entertainment, whether it's acting, modeling, and keep in mind, not only acting and modeling are the two things that are available in this business, there's a lot of behind the camera work. There's other work that you could get into, and you kind of learn a lot about all of this through the sessions at JC. We focus on what are the basic skills that you might need and what are the basic opportunities that you might come upon in the business throughout the 30 sessions that you can do with us. We that covers reading from a teleprompter, reading scripts like commercials and monologues, presenting yourself on camera, which is right now one of the biggest things that you can do in order to get into the business, is to really focus on how you come across on camera. Now, of course, it's 2024, and a lot of people have a lot of experience with getting on camera with their social media accounts and those types of things. But in our process, what we do is we try to help you to not only be a social influencer, if that's what you want, but also to be a professional actor. A professional actor is someone who knows how to read lines, knows how to take their time, knows how to develop a character, look at the work that's put before them, and really understand how it works in this business. Now, a lot of times, what I'm focused on with people in my sessions is to let them know, don't just think like an actor or a model. Think like someone who hires actors and models, like a casting director, like a producer, people who have to look at you and make a judgment call. Now, one of the crazy things about this business is it's really the only business that it's not illegal to hire you or fire you based on how you look or how you walk or talk. And that's literally what we're doing. We're asking people to judge us based on how we present ourselves in order to hopefully get a job. And so that's one of the things that you really have to focus on. If you want to be in this business, you have to know you are the product that is trying to be sold to these casting directors and producers. Now more than ever in 2024, there is so much opportunity for so many people. That's both a benefit and not a benefit, because the beneficial side of it is that you can live anywhere in this country right now and you can audition for movies that are being filmed in Los Angeles, New York, Miami. You could be in Oklahoma, Iowa, Kansas, places where people, traditionally up until the pandemic had to, if they wanted to get into the business, had to go to New York, had to go to LA, had to go to Miami. Now, mostly what we do is online and it's all video submissions. Now, the number one thing that we teach at John Casablancas is how to professionally record your submission videos. If you don't know how to do that, you're not going to get any opportunities. And the reason is, casting directors are not going to look at your submissions and say, oh, it's okay that it doesn't look professional. Let me really give them a chance. There's no need for them to do that. There's so many people in the business and trying to get into the business and available for these opportunities, that why would they spend any time looking at videos that don't look professional? So you really have to keep in mind that if you want to be in this business, you've got to learn the basics of how to submit your audition videos for commercials, monologues, all of that stuff. Now, submitting those audition videos is the number one thing. How you get the auditions is via an email through the agency, and they're all the descriptive things that you need to do. There's scripts on there, there's directions, what to do in your slate. All of those types of things need to be adhered to 100%. One of the things we teach here is how to slate, how to create your lighting, your sound, the background. All of that is so important to these submissions. Now, if you want to get into voice acting, of course, you don't have to worry about what a video looks like, because the voice submissions are just voice. One of the things and one of the tips that I've been letting people know is that one of the things that I do actually too, just for the heck of it, to keep my mouth from kind of seizing up and getting tongue twisted, is I will put on a commercial or TV show that I'm watching. I will put it on mute and I'll put on the captions and I'll read the captions as though it's a teleprompter. Well, nowadays you can also just download a free teleprompter online and put in whatever text you want. And for that reason, that's why we were talking today a little bit about using ChatGPT. Oh, I think we have Kashmir back. Hi, Kashmir. Can you hear me?
Hi.
Awesome. That's much better. Yeah, that seems much better.
Perfect.
Awesome. Yeah, so would you mind telling us a little bit about what your voiceover job was like?
Actually, a lot of fun. You have to have. So I was in a studio. And, it's a lot of unique experiences, but you're not actually acting them or performing them. You have to actually get angry and get upset and bring it to your voice, but without going through the motions of getting angry. Have this excitement or this startle or whatever it is. You have to make sure it trays across, and it can be pretty difficult when they're with you or when you're not sure how the actor is really one. And so they usually make you do multiple versions of a take of one. Since 6 versions, you can be as goofy, silly, or angry as you want to be, and you get to send those versions over and they get to pick and I've learned the more versions you have, the more there is to be, whether or not the person the character you're trying to go for, they pick you out and go, okay, well, I don't want you for her or him, I'll put you over here. I think you'd be great as this character. So it's not telling you no, but they're moving you around. And that's happened 4 times where I've went for the lead and they said, you're so great and you're awesome, but we have a different vision for the lead. Would you mind? Or I've actually written in a character for you because you actually seem awesome to work with. And that's happened multiple times in voiceover work.
Isn't that interesting? I'm always telling people, especially when you do, I'm always telling people when you do your audition videos to do many different options. So if it's a monologue, and it's a dramatic to, or like a sad to happy monologue, to then do one where maybe it's happy to sad, and then do a different style so that you can show that you can change it up, which is exactly what you're talking about. They appreciate the fact that you can change up your style and all of that kind of stuff, and that you're great to work with. That's a number one thing. Don't you think that's a huge thing in this business, is wanting to work with people?
Absolutely. That will be working with. I did the full audition. I call back, everything that you like. Well, I want to be a part of this in any way I can. And whether that is reading coffee or whether that is you grew up, I'm going to get there because the script is beautiful. He messaged me back later and he said, I'm so sorry that we'll be moving on with a different person for the lead. However, awesome. He hard. It's and she wasn't there before, but I feel like she needs to be. So here you are, here's a role, it's for you, and that was a shock. And all based on the way I spoke to him, and also applauding him on his work and letting him know phenomenal. And if we get to work together, I want you to know what you contributed to the art industry is that being said, I think this is great, and if I had to move forward with you, and it worked, and then
That's amazing.
Genuine humanity.
Well, that's amazing. I'm so glad that so many things have come your way. You've gotten so many opportunities, and you really seem to be like such a go-getter and so talented. So I can't wait to see the work that you've done and the work that you're gonna do. We're so proud of you here at John Casablancas, and thank you so much for being here today with me.
Thank you.
All right, that was Kashmir Monique. She is a JC alum since 2022. We are so lucky to have her and people like her all throughout our company. We've got people all throughout the country, and now we're delving into other countries. We actually have sessions happening in Spain and soon to be many other countries. So if you are someone who is interested in coming to JC, you can always check out our website at jcasablancas.com for more information on how you can audition. And hopefully I will see you guys there. Thank you so much for watching another episode of JC Live with Dwayne. I'll see you next time.